ba 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 da 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 da. Ba. That's disappointing. Watching these ASMR stuff. I mean, I get, the idea behind it, the audio, and that's kind of neat. But seeing the pretty half-naked girls kind of makes it less about the ASMR and more about the pretty half-naked girl. But what do I know? Let's pop on over. Let's see if that restream is up. Interesting, interesting. There it is. I think I need to restart that. There we go. Is that in front of or behind? Behind. Good. That's where I wanted it. Let's take a look. How many people do we have watching? I'll move that over to meow. Move that over to meow. That's where I wanted it. Let's take a look. How many people do we have watching? Echo. Where in the heck is that? There we go. We're just going to mute that entirely. Just to be on the safe side. Click on that. There we go. Hey, Kristen, how you doing? Not entirely certain. I know the Facebook thing doesn't work on Restream for chat, so I gotta glance at that from time to time, mainly because they want me to pay like an extra $20 a month to be able to chat through the single platform, and that's just not going to happen. And you'll notice the microphone has improved. Hopefully it sounds a heck of a lot better. What the heck are these? They're just bots. I don't know if any of those actually exist. Are you at work, Kristen, or are you at home? Let's see if I can get that a little bit more out of my face. That should, in theory, still pick up decently well. Test a chat. Testerino. We shoot that out to everybody. No, I'm a big gross monster. All right. Streaming live now on Mixer, Twitch, on all platforms. Come watch. I'm going to pop over on the Mixer real quick and toss that out, as I'm not actually trying to monetize these streams. I don't really care if they revoke my whatever on Twitch. Hey, Christopher Gonzalez. This is a survival horror game called Kaet Must Die. You can learn more about it. Must Die Steam. I'll get you a link here real quick. It already went live on Steam a year ago due to pressure from my business partner to just launch the damn product. However, it wasn't finished. And so what I'm doing now is going back through development and remastering it. So that way the game actually is what I wanted it to be while making it. All right. It's been a lot of fun. We just had a guy stream it earlier today that had never played it before. Well, I'm the developer of it. If you want, I can play through real quick. We will do default player start. I'll do a real quick of the first level. There's a couple of things that I already know are broken. Because we're changing one of the game mechanics. Prior to this, you couldn't fight back to zombies, but now you can. And so it busted something a little bit. So I'm going to play this real quick. Oh, let me pop that out. I don't know if it's going to let me. That's going to look a little bit weird here. Well, shit, that took me to the wrong spot. I will open up the latest, different build of it. Hang on one second. I don't normally do this, but whenever I see new people, I like to... that was development, here's shipping build. Whenever I see new people, I like to show them off. Loading. Quite a few. Can you hear that game sounds okay on this? I had to change a couple settings in XSplit, and I just want to make sure everything's coming through. Borderless. I don't really want it to be that bright. There. Effects, desync, back. Alrighty, here we go. We're gonna give this a whirl ski. And we're gonna do it on Nightmare. Just haven't done that in a while. So it's a survival horror puzzle game where the intention was to simulate being dropped into a murder dungeon without a lot of information. What I'm working on now is the story that kind of tells you why you're there, and then fill in some more cinematics as to what goes on in these places. And to make it all complete games. The game itself is a great suspense thriller puzzle game where everything's trying to kill you. And putting that story element in really kind of what I'm looking for to pause this real quick. Because I need to bring up XSplit real fast because I need to be able to see that. The green screen's kind of showing up a little bit in the background there, so you'll have to forgive that. And I'm fairly certain I know why, because I've got a little bit of an uneven lighting in my home office here. But, you know, whatever. All right, so that's looking good. We're going to pop that back up. Now, I already know how to play, beat, and win in this game. Pick up mushrooms, create light with them, which helps keep you sane. He lets you pick up stuff with certain objects. Look around, read clues and story. All over the place, and everything in this game is going to try to kill you. Hey, Jahal, how you been, my friend? But, so there's a timer, if you see up at the top, right, as you have that much time until all the lights are out and Analinea, psychotic witch, comes to kill you. Everything in the game is going to kill you. There are clues that I've scattered everywhere. You'll have to pardon me. I haven't done the nightmare version of this in a very long time, so I might scare the shit out of myself while doing this. Yeah, Kaet must die. I don't remember where I hid all of the zombies. So I may actually have to be a little more careful. I tend to be quite heavily here while playing this challenging mode. Usually get through it pretty decently. Oh, sorry. It's because I got a new microphone that has a desire for all of the game. So I have to speak up a little bit because when I was just streaming earlier, I didn't have any audio. Sorry. Pardon my English. Because on Nightmare, there's two. Ah, you little bastard. Oh, and I forgot, I didn't mention it over to the guy playing it earlier today. The specs run twice as fast. And I could probably turn this here. I'll turn the game audio down. Pardon me, real quick. My nose is a little runny. There. And spec. Yeah, real careful around here because you don't. Oh crap, I got that. Well, that was some precious time I'm never getting back. Alright. 1, 2. We're gonna have to do this a little out of order. And interestingly enough, knowing how to beat the first level doesn't actually make it easier. It just makes it to where you think you can win. So watching this won't necessarily take away from it on spec. I don't remember where it is. Yeah, here's here. And then you lose sanity twice as fast. Crap. Ah, crap. Ah, crap. Sanity twice as fast. Or 3 times as fast in Nightmare. Timer is until all the lights are out. Which one am I missing? Oh, I'm missing the long haul. This is going to be a tiny bit rough. So I got to run down a very long haul and get back. I don't remember where I put all the things that are going to kill me. Can you hear me a little bit better, Jalan Prex or Jahal? This is an opportunity to grab these. And see if I can book it. Shit, is there? I've got to hold this out for as long as possible. If I can't make it back to a light, she's gonna come get me. Don't get me, don't eat me, don't eat me, don't eat me, don't eat me. Oh, I did it. All right. Yeah. I thought for certain I was going to fall in that one. However, now I made it look super easy, but that's because I'm literally the guy that put all of the bad guys where they are, so I know where to avoid. The average time to beat that level on the easiest mode is about 2 hours. The timer is the amount of time until all of the lights in the dungeon go out. When you are in the dark, your sanity meter goes down. And eventually Annalenia comes to kill you when your sanity meter drops all the way down. I want to go see, although this is on Nightmare mode, and I have never successfully beaten this level on Nightmare. I know it's possible. I just don't know if I can do it. I had intended for the game to be brutally difficult to beat, because I thought for certain I'd never be able to make a video. Oh my fuck. Well, here you go. So, that was a little taste of it right there. I'm going to pop the editor back open. That actually reminds me. So I was working on the cinematic sequencer so that way I can get that story mode stuff in. But for right this second, I remembered that there was a glitch when I was playing in the new version of the game. Where there's an invisible zombie. Oops, I don't want to be in lit. I want to be on lit. There's an invisible zombie that's hanging in one of the rooms. And I thought I had already cleared him out, but I got to get rid of him. Okay, he wasn't here. He was here. Well, where the hell is he? Shit. Zone 2 lighting. Zone 2 NPCs. Zone 2 Anna. Yeah, is that a feature? No, it's not a feature. But we had a dude that played it today that had never played it before, and he just absolutely adored it. And it felt real good because this is the time that I'm trying to start over and rebuild the company. Not in lighting. Where in the hell is he? Persistence is open. All right, let's see if I can run into him. Current camera location. Let's see if I can start off here. I don't remember if I have to change something. I forgot about that. What was it I needed to do? Oh, shit. This is stuff I was doing last year, and I was doing it like every day. It was in the world blueprint, I believe. Open level blueprint. No. Um, that is not what I need. God, where was that? If Paul were sitting next to me, I'd just say, Paul? An invisible zombie be a ghost. Yes, I do believe you'd be correct there. Um, However, it is less fun for a player to and there's just nothing there. Is there a kill volume? What is this? I don't think it was this. I think that's just a volume trigger. Yeah, it's just a volume trigger. And I'm going to move that one over a little bit, to be honest with you. Because no one's ever going to walk back there. It's kind of wasted there. And we're going to actually shove that over here. Yeah, and they're called Larry's. Mixer chat. I'm going to see if Mixer chat shows up. It does. Good, good, good. So I can close that out. And Twitch chat. I can probably close that out too. And Twatter. No touchy. Actually, I got to reach out to Nix. I need to recast the voice of Kaet, and the only downside is I know she's a business entity, and we are now 100% bankrupt. So I'm going to try and use Kaet to rebuild my once thriving empire, and see if she would want to work some deal about that. She seemed like a really great person, so she might be interested. And if she's not, I totally get that too. But I was going to see if she wanted to be the voice of Kaet for all of the cinematics, since she's already got a really solid audio rig set up. The the VR we did not get fully implemented because, we went out to GDC, we went out to E3, we went out to PAX, and then I was forced to launch the game, and it wasn't done. It wasn't ready. We didn't have a good marketing push on it. The marketing company we'd hired, although very good people, didn't secure us any streamers. They got us good reviews, but no streamers. So we got no revenue, and we just dried up. And all of a sudden, 3 days after getting back from PAX, my business partner told me he was pulling the plug on the venture, and I had to vacate the office. And so it was a rough time. Back there, I know the stream's a little delayed. Mixer, green and white. Oh, that shows it's a particle, and I know that one because I can see the dripping is just a particle for it. Mixer has the least amount of lag between them. I've noticed it's almost instantaneous because when I was watching the Mixer guy earlier. But yeah, it's just a dripping particle. But right here, when I was playtesting it earlier, there was an invisible zombie that killed me. And I'm sure as shit not seeing him here. So you know what we're going to do? Default player start. I am going to play it on challenging, which is just easiest. Oh shit, that's going to be super loud. And I can't hit escape to get past the cinematic because in editor, hitting escape just takes you back into the editor. So we'll give this a second. This may be very loud if I accidentally die, so I do apologize for that. I don't know how you set that up, Jahal. Honestly, I'm so out of touch with this. Kate's arms are going to look really weird because the aspect ratio is all bone. So just ignore that. I just got to go find So I'll talk a little bit louder into the microphone, as I know it's already a little bit quiet to begin with. But there shouldn't be any other NPCs on my way over there. Just some Larrys. Path, right, I came over here. Plop down over there. Shit, there's a hood. He's gonna kill me before I can actually get to the spot I need to test. So, I think I'm going to absorb some blood. Just gotta stun him for a hot second. So we're trying to pull him back over here. Is there anything in this one? No specs. Is the low latency something that I have to set up through like XSplit, or is that through the Twitch side? Like my Twitch settings? If you know. Jeremy Dooley, that name sounds familiar, but I can't place it. Why am I losing sound? Alright, this is going to be loud, guys. Turn your speakers down a hot sec. I'm going to hop around through the window. I know something's going to likely kill me, but I gotta see. Okay, which one of you? You're a killer. You're killers. You're not. Alright. Killer. So I walked right there and something killed me. Alright, so caution. Thank you, Jahal. I'll check that out. I wonder if I brushed this dude, but the camera just didn't turn to show it. Shit did. He's not there. Maybe we fixed him in this build, because this is the newest beta build. So he may not be there anymore. All right, so Jahal. Dashboard. Settings, channel, stream key. Dashboard. Oh, this does not look at all like I'm used to. It has been so long. That's great. That's great. That's great. So who was Jeremy Dooley, Jalamprex? It sounds real familiar, but I'm not placing it. Dashboard. Settings. Oh, all right. Left side under settings. What was the next thing? Stream key. I don't see that anywhere. Oh, no. Stream summary. Streaming tools, maybe? Channel. And I suppose I should not show my stream key on stream. Oh, channel. Ah, here we go. I see it. All right. Store past broadcast. Normal latency, best for highest quality video, highest resolution, and to reduce video buffering. Low latency, best for near real-time interactions. Well, I'm not using ultra high def on this. I think I've got it to like 720p. So we'll see how that works. If this looks like hot garbage, let me know, and I can just set it back to normal latency. All right. Looks good. Let's go back to channel. Yeah, and I've just got to reach. I've got to email over to Nix and just see if she's got any bandwidth for it. I don't know if she's even still in school. After I had to shut down the studio, I kind of just had to step back. I'm starting back at school to get my PhD in psychology. Actually, it was spurred on by really rather enjoying making a game that really messed with people's heads, and then I thought, I wonder what I could do to actually help people instead of just fuck with them. She's live every Saturday now. Is she not on other days of the week? Invisible Zombie may be gone. I'm going to go one more time, see if Invisible Zombie is still there. Oh, I know how that is. Obviously, IRL destroyed me. All right, let's take a look. See if I can go find the Invisibles. I hope she's doing all right. If you talk to her before I get a hold of her, Jahal, just give her my best. Tell her I hope she's doing well. Oh, it's a Wave War backpack. All right, I don't hear any specs. And with any luck. Gotcha. With any luck, there will be no hoods or specs on my pad. I'm super excited because we had a marketing person reach out who works with a lot of streamers that, God bless America. That's all right. Said that they could get us some decent, like 100,000 subscriber streamers, but it'd have to throw a little cash in the pot. Cash is like literally the only thing I have to do capacity to do yet. So I have to be creative, I guess. You. Done that because that'll probably come with specs to me. Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna explore it. I got nothing left to lose. I got no money. I lost my company for the most part. All I can really do is develop a game and see if I can build something. A relationship out of it. Alright. Speakers on low, just in case. See if he kills me. No invisible killer. Isn't that interesting? It has to... Imagine it had to have been a glitch. I probably brushed too much. And it was a different build of the game anyway. No, I know it was in that room. I'm going to try one other thing. I want to see if this has... This is the build where I can fight people. Actually, I don't want to do that. Play, continue. But I mean, I'm glad it could have been something that Paul and I fixed. I remember there being an invisible zombie before I had to shut down the studio, so it could very well be something Paul fixed already. Alright, so this is the newest build. Good enough. I'm going to call it good. Gonna call it good. Holy crap, when did it get to be 1:30 in the morning? I got kind of a sleep headache going on. I've been sleeping real well lately. Oh, did I ever change him to a killer? Or is he just some idiot? You know, he is just some idiot that's reaching. And he isn't even a killer. And I was going to block him off so that way people didn't walk past him and go, "What DF, Ming?" And where was the mushroom that nobody could pick up? Oh, I think it's over at spawn. And that may already be fixed as well. Yeah, it is. It's gone. I'm pretty sure it's gone. I'm going to try picking it up and see what happens. I appreciate it, Jahal. I really do. It really took a toll on me having to shut everything down. I mean, for God's sakes, we'd raised I had raised over $2 million for these projects. We had one stuck in beta. The other one is done but needs cinematics, and then a little bit of porting love for VR. Their games were fun. They really were. I'm very proud of them. It isn't shovelware that we put out. But at the end of the day, you know, it sucks to suck. So... Alright. Is that the one? No, I can pick that one. Alright, so I already fixed... So I think the bugs that I was looking at on the live build were an older version. And I'm going to see real quick if I've already got it installed. Did you leave us, Jalan Prex, or are you still there? Oh, Achievement 100. All those Twitch on the side. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Thank you, Jalan Plex. I missed that in the chat when I was looking at for the stream key stuff. All right, I'm going to see if the live version, if I have it installed on my computer right now, because there was no real reason to have it installed. Kaet Must Die, it is. Is that on beta or is that on... Nope, it's on the live one. So real quick, I'm going to minimize this. And then I'm going to... Oh, don't worry about that, Jahal. Honestly, just spreading the word, tell your friends, whatever. Show up for streams. Oh my god. I only have sewer controller on Nightmare. So I'm gonna have to do it on challenging real quick. Just be a friend. Just come out, hang out, and talk. Honestly, I can't ask for anything more. Coding-wise, if it wasn't Paul or somebody that had years years of experience in Unreal, I wouldn't want someone poking about. Whoops. I just got super distracted. Just because right now the core source of the game is pretty rock solid, and the only bugs that we had was when we started introducing the new fighting back mechanic and then adding VR support. So so this will take roughly 2 minutes. Maybe a little longer, just as I try to remember the path. I wonder if I can get anything that would allow me to increase the gain even further. This microphone. You guys hear that spec? Oh, he ran off over there. It was great watching that guy. Oh, like what? Can you yodel with your mouth full of milk? Because that'd be kind of a cool talent to have. Go after Human Skull last. Won't need any testers until I can actually get the cinematics in. So it's going to be a hot minute, but you just hang tight, and I'll definitely have you be one of our testers. Alright, there's 3. This is definitely not going to be my best time. You know, I just had a thought. I wonder if running, like doing like a short burst, would be an interesting mechanic to add to this, because you could potentially burst yourself into a bad guy. Might mess with the timer a little bit, because I've got all the times down pretty tight on each of the levels. Yeah, we'll save that for Myers Murder Den. The sequel! Bum, ba, da, ba. Alright, what's left? Human Skull. That sounds like the perfect cost to me. Alright, so challenging is just about done. If Dwalin was watching, I think that'd be great, so he could see that I actually know how to do it and not fuck it up. Alright, we're going to escape past the cinematic, because this is actually the game build. And I already know what it looks like. Yeah, because that'd be nice to add something to the new game, like a sequel, is give her the ability to run. That one has never worked out to be as effective as I want, because as soon as people turn the corner, they look here. I think I may move that one, but then it'll cause me to have to do a lighting build, which I'm not going to do just yet. So chapped. What do I do with that chapstick? It is so cold here. Man, this runs so smooth. I'm so... Oh, shit. That is not what I wanted. Alright, I gotta get his happy ass out here. Come get me. You weird ass glowy head dude. Alright, keep that open. Suck up a little bit more blood. A little bit more blood. Oh, 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 he's coming for me. Come on. Bring it at me. Let's see what you got. All right. It's done. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I gotta get out of that. That's gonna kill me from sanity loss. All right. And it was right effing here. And that was in my... Had to have been a glitch. I probably brushed one of these yahoos, and it just didn't take control of the camera. Sweet, sweet, merciful chapstick. Alrighty. Let's dive. Hooray! Now I have challenging for all of them. I don't need any writers yet, but I'll definitely keep that in mind. And you know what I am going to do? If this stored my Twitch video from earlier today... Wait. 4 hours ago... Where do you work at, Jahal? Do they need any remote support? Because I need a part-time job while I'm going back to school. What the hell? Wait, did it just cut out right in the spot I needed to see? Don't do me like that. Maybe it was here. No, it was right there. Okay, so this is where I need to see. What's going on with this replay here? Oof. Alright, I think my laptop was overheating when it was recording. Here, let me throw this on a different monitor and see if that helps. Maybe it doesn't like it because Unreal's running. No, I think it was just my laptop died. Yeah, it is that spot. And something killed me. Oh well. Do what you can with what you have. Maybe it is fixed. We'll just go with that. Probably, more than likely, It was that the camera just didn't apply or didn't take control correctly. So we got to get rid of this. Nice. Very nice, Jahal. And I need to be in this one. And so that mushroom was fixed. Yeah, I think a couple of those things just got fixed was all. I got the morning munchies. Or evening munchies. All right. I want to get at least something done tonight before I call it. I'm starting to flag a little bit more than I was expecting. Which is okay. Because I don't really want to make a habit of being up until 6 in the morning. Lighting level, I'm in the right one. Good. Yeah, thanks, Charles. I appreciate it. I've got 15 years of remote IT systems admin support. I don't know if I'd ever mentioned or you'd heard it, prior to opening the game studio, I owned a computer repair shop in downtown East Lansing for almost a decade. And I've muddied my fingers with probably about 15,000 systems in that decade, if I remember my volume correctly. All right. Let's take a look. There we go. Lit. All right, particles are in. I might do Gwen. And shoot me a hyperlink to that shit. I'd love to be able to work from home. There we go. All right. This intro's coming along really nicely. I gotta double check this. So one of the big things that I wanted to do, Jalam Prex, was tie everything into the master kind of Twaybor. And I am going to be rebranding Twaybor just to be something that is easier to pronounce and understand. It would, Jahal. It really would. Is tie the characters in. And because, like, in my head, I already had the full story of Kaet Must Die, why she was there, why Annalini is doing that, how she got stuck in that position. But I knew I didn't have enough time back when I was first making it to put all that together as I was scrambling to meet the impossible deadline of just getting the game finished. And so with this, I'm going to be explaining the opening cinematic is going to have a voiceover of Kaet basically here. I will badly mimic what's going on the opening cinematic. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. We'll move that shit out of the way. All right. So it's going to have a fade in too, so just pretend you see it fading in. And it's going to have music. Dun, 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 dun. That's music, in case you couldn't tell. And Kate's voice is going to come over. We fought valiantly. It was in the sewers beneath this city somewhere. Okay, this is not going to be verbatim. Dun, 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 dun. The hoods, the specs, and the capo. I got like a Mickey Mouse going on. Dun, 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 dun. Goosh. Overwhelmed us. Down in the sewers. Nid in the background there. Beep, beep, mowing down the specs and this Centrax. I didn't know what was going on, and I thought I could take him. And then when it's going to come over to this pan here, it's going to be where you're going to see Anna overwhelm Kaet and then start dragging her away. And this is going to actually set up a larger story of what's happening to Kaet because there's some really cool story elements I wanted to add to it that I had never had gotten a chance to. For example, after the sequence is done, what you're actually going to see, instead of just Kaet coming to, you're going to see Kaet kind of open her eyes from the perspective, and then she's going to look around and see that she is tied down to a table, and you're going to see Meyer and Annalinia looking down at her, and then they're going to knock her out or whatever, and she's going to come to, and there's going to actually be a fair bit of dialogue or internal monologue. And one of the things that's going to happen is I have a huge limitation of when we made Twabor, we didn't actually make mouths that opened, because if you remember, in Twabor it's third person, so this is where you're going to view it from. And so adding the extra geometry of having mouths that opened and clothed and talked and having the skeletal features in there wasn't necessary at all, because you'd never see their faces move, and we had no intentions of cutscene for the multiplayer game. But now that limits me is the fact that I can't have characters talk to each other. And so one of the things I'm going to put in to kind of retcon a little bit, it's just more to fix it for this first game, because if this does end up selling well, once I get the cinematics done and the story done, then I can go through and redo that and have somebody actually rebuild the face with the mouth and animate it. But it's going to make it to the reason why Kaet doesn't really ever talk in the game is because Anna is basically going to warn her that any noises that she makes are going to draw the enemies to her. And so that's why during the taunt, when Kaet flips the bird, she does a laugh. And that's why it pulls the enemies to her immediately. And it all works out together decently well enough. But so that's what's going on in the opening cinematic, is basically Kate's been on a recon mission, and she gets abducted by Anna and Meyer, which is going to happen over in this room here-ish. And to sell it really well is when I need the voice actor for it. And Nyx's voice would work perfectly. But if she's not interested, I'll reach out to some other streamers, just see what kind of magic I can pull out of my ass. I wonder if I can pick all of those up. I wonder if the one that can't be picked up ever got fixed. Oh, you know what I want to do? This skull was never supposed to be there, because it throws a lot of people off, because it's the only skull in this level that where did I, is that in modes? It is. Where's my modes bar? Jalan Prex, the big thing about the actors is I don't really need actors. I need marketing, and I need streamers. Right now, the buying habits of just about every gamer are because they saw somebody playing it on Twitch or YouTube. And so what I need is a female streamer that has a voice that works well for the character, but also has a large following. So if you know actors that have big followings, that would be perfect. But I have to, unfortunately, not look at it from a perspective of specifically the right person for the voice, but more of the perspective of the right person to meet our goals. I need to get to the right level. And I always try to go with people that Yeah, I know. Felicia Day was actually on my hit list. Um, and we emailed out to her, 2 years ago and never got a word back. If you've got some kind of in on that, I'd love to hear it. Goodbye. That dude. All right, so there are two more of those. And I don't know where they are. I know the one was right there. Oh, there's another one right there. One more. Where do you think the last cow skull is? I don't know if there's any way I can just click on it to get rid of it. Because those cow skulls had thrown people off. They're like, it's a skull. Why can't I pick it up? The notes say skulls. That's actually the correct one. Who knows where I would have painted that in. Yeah, if I could get Felicia Day, I'd probably just have a massive stroke of happiness because that would secure everybody in the world would know about Kaet Must Die. And it could actually mean I could start over, but I'm incapable. But I'm incapable of getting my hopes up for anything anymore outside of school. I always ace school. Everything always came very easily to me, and so I'll be graduating my associates in psychology in the spring, and then starting on my master's in the fall because I already have a bachelor's in business, and you don't need to have a bachelor's in psychology to get a master's in it. I suppose I could go and see what convention she's at next. I wonder what would be. Anyone want to do a Google sleuth for me real quick and see where she's going to be next? And I could go make a trip and see if I can't get 10 seconds with her. I don't know if I told you guys, but Intel invited us out to demo Kaet Must Die in their booth at GDC this year. But there's no chance of it being able to happen because I can't afford to get out there. I maxed all my credit cards and everything just trying to avoid bankruptcy over the last couple of months. Things got real bad real quick. Man, I don't see that last one. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to delete it. Just remove it. All right. Check out selected. All right. There are no more incorrect skulls anywhere in this level. Oh, tomorrow in San Francisco. I'll just jump on a flight right now. Thanks. Anybody watching live in San Francisco? Save aborted. Oh yeah. Shit, I forgot about that. Bloop. Check out the level. I don't know what Paul would like, or uses the easiest thing to get a hold of him. But we did find that bug in the newest build where the skulls will sometimes remove themselves from her hand. Which would make it nearly impossible to beat. Nashville. Now that's closer. like a 10-hour drive from me. I wonder if she's ever in Chicago. Anything in Chicago? Because I know I'm not going to have this done for at least till March. All right, I feel real good about that. I feel real good about that. Actually, I would turn on some music. I'm not trying to monetize any of these streams, so I don't really care if it gets, demonetized. Um, so I can turn music on, but with this Vegas, yeah. Vegas might not be terrible because everything there, the hotels are dirt cheap for tourism, um, and the airplane, I think they have like decent deals out of Lansing, like direct flights. They're always trying to fly people into Vegas to waste all their money. I'll have to put that on the radar. Vancouver, that's further away. Although, she's Canadian too, isn't she? If I remember correctly. All right, this dude, I don't like that he's close enough to get people. So I am going to go away lighting because he's not a killer. So I'm going to block him off with something. I recall trying to do that a while ago. Oh shit, those are instanced. Of course they're instanced. I instanced everything. Space Camp. Oh my god, I thought Space Camp was going to be a huge part of my life. Growing up in the 80s and when that movie came out, I was like, I'm going to be an astronaut. I'm going to save the rest of the astronauts as a child on the shuttle that accidentally launches. Anybody else remember that movie? Yeah, I've seen the meme and it kind of made me think. That said, growing up as a child, um, I thought the Bermuda Triangle was going to be a bigger part of my life than it is. And man, I just remember as a kid, you always heard so much about the Bermuda Triangle and like, yeah. Well, the funny thing is, I don't know if my marketing person did actually try that. Jalon Bricks, do you have a link? What site are you at for that? I mean, the downside is so she's going to do it as um from the perspective of a business thing. She's not a charity. And so as I don't have money to offer anymore, shit, we had $50,000 to offer for marketing back 2.5 years ago, and I couldn't get anybody to respond to a single fucking email. And now I have $0,000 and just, we could give points on the back end, which a lot of actors do for indie movies if they think it's going to be good. FeliciaDay.com about. I suppose, yeah, I can just Google that. FeliciaDay.com/about. But we never had anybody, nobody's responded pretty much at all. Boot. Upcoming appearances. Professional through True Line Management. Fan conventions. Do. All right. Yeah, she's hilarious. I loved her in The Guild. She's a little hottie too. Not that that would make make any difference, but she just is. I was like really inspired to keep working on this today, but it kind of fell apart as I got more tired here, getting it closer to 2 a.m. I just want to do one thing. Well, I did do one thing. I guess I got rid of the fake skulls. I want to put something to block this little bastard, though. All right, what was... Where was instance tool? Here it is. All right, select... that one. I think I can... All right, we're going to do relative. I think I can copy just this bastard. I can. And it's still going to be instanced. And I hate having things look the same. So we're going to rotate it out. So that way players can't get to it. And it looks reasonably, yeah. You still get to see this guy, but the players can't get to him to see that they can't die. Oh my god, I loved playing as Gwen. I loved playing as all my characters. I'm not going to lie to you. I had fun with every single character, with maybe the exception of Clint, because I thought his kit was boring as shit. And his kit was one that I had let one of the new, younger programmers come up with. And he was playing like Overwatch at the time, and he switched the kit around that I had in there, where he was a little bit more of a utility character, and just made him a straight up hold down the mouse button to shoot his gun. And so his kit's just boring as shit, in my opinion. But I suppose it can't all be like combo-y stuff. It's saving right now. All right, I do like that a lot better. I don't know why it took me so long to do that. Because now players can't like get up to him. Because before you could walk right up to him and he's not a killer. And I don't want to make him a killer for this level. I want that reaching through the bars to be a surprise for a different level. Let's see how he looks with the lights. Zone 1. Man, it's weird. All this is coming back to me. I mean, I realized I was doing this like every day for 15 hours a day, but I was a little worried I wasn't going to remember this shit. I don't know if you can pick up both of those. I'm going to actually start this level. And see if that impossible mushroom is still there. Go get him, Anna! Work at it! Alright, Jelon Prex, great seeing you again, buddy. Keep coming to hang out and say hey. We'll get you in on the next iteration of testing. Whatever the hell that might be, I need to pause. Oh, hey, Jahal. Something new happened? Make sure you can't get up here, get up here. Well, shit. See what I did? Guarantee you some asshat. Oh, hey, Jahal. That's some good info. Chicago's drivable for me. Alright. That's bad. As I made it broken. Alright. Which just means that I need a blocking volume there. Blocking volume. Bloop. 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 Now no one shall get through. None shall pass. Google Foo is stunk. Alright, and that's in the right sublevel. Ah, I said the word sublevel. I do miss having Paul around, because he was good company to have. Richard as well. Little sadness. The lack of. Alright. That should take care of that. We're going to give it a whirl. Continue. That way I can skip the cinematics. Alright, that Mushroom. That's from Minecraft. That's the... No. Is that the impossible one? Nope. So I fixed that already. This must have been an older building. Which is not surprising. Well, I hope so. I'll have to just keep that on my radar. Guys, this is Zombie! Larry, why? Get off me! Oh, Jesus. Alrighty. Well, that's fun. Bloop. Bloop. Alright, what happens if I have one of these? Drop it. The skull. Okay, it's good. That's good. Oh, whoa, whoa! I guess I could just hit escape. But what are you going to do, right? Well, I do feel a little bit more productive with that. You know, I did see, when that guy was playing earlier, I did see that they have a tendency to get stuck up here. Yeah. So I need to get a Navlink proxy on there. Is that green there? Green is not there. Why are you not there, green? There. Come on, green. What kind of green you want to be? Any kind of green. Super green. There we go. Got it. That way he can get off. And then we will also... Navlink proxies were the bane of my existence for Twaybor. Because I didn't know at the time you could grab just the side that you wanted. Beauty. Look at that. Fixing bugs left and right. What is this? Broken for. What's that from? It should not be broken. Oh, it's just because I haven't rebuilt the lighting with all these lights on. Almost reasonable to completely unreasonable? Yeah. Which one is that? Is that like C3, E3 or whatever? Where the shit's the nav mesh for the entirety of the middle there? Ugh, that sounds awful. Where's my nav mesh? Oh, there it is. We'll nudge it. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta nudge it. Nudge it like a boojit. Recast. That is good. He's not stuck. They have no way of getting from there to there. That's interesting. I hate you, nav mesh. You make my heart hurt so. I realize that you work when I set it up right. But your angles are all aglow. Alright, beauty, beauty. Save. Alright, as my entire goal of rebuilding Kaet is to get these cinematics in, I'm going to do one cinematic thing tonight. Before I go off stream, and I am crazy exhausted right now. Where the hell is that at? Do I not have the level open? I do not have the level open, and that's why. All right. So we're going to take a look at this one more time. Let a tiny bit of inspiration strike. That lighting shouldn't be on. Go, Gwen. Woo! Boop. All right, Nid. His particles are not showing up, but I already actually did them today on a different computer, so I think I might have to recommit that. All right, we're going to do Sentry X's real quick. Yeah. All right, Jahal. Thanks for showing up tonight. Appreciate it, buddy. You have yourself a great evening, and I'll talk to you soon. Release date? I don't know what time that comment come on, so I'll just reply to it in case you're not awake, Christopher Gonzalez. All right. Catch you on the flip flop, buddy. All right, we're going to add Centriax's particles. Please, for the love of God, tell me they're in my particles. They're not. God bless America. All right. So instead of that, we're going to go back here and in the lighting zone. I'm going to set some fires on the ground and call it a day. Where are all of my fires? I really want them now. Where are all of my fires? Paul Fire Small. That's a decent one. I'm going to throw some of my Paul Fires out. Particle. Fire. Where did I just see that? All right. Oh, fire Paul. Paul Small. Let's throw one of these out and see what happens. Why is it running so weird? Don't care for that. So let's do a little set dressing here, shall we? Where are you at, camera? That is a small fire. He was not lying when he labeled that as small. is those are just in that one. I don't need to worry about them because they should be on auto activate at the start of El Cinematico, and they should stay activated for the whole time. So we're going to pull this back, hit this up, go lit. So I can get a shockwave in. Okay, good. Got the blast wave. Got the blast wave there. That's good. All right, so let's see if we can get a little bit more of a finishing touch on Arnold. First encounter, Arnold. Melee. Yeah, it's before the melee. I don't know what I was thinking. All right. Last pulse. Muzzle flash, muzzle flash. All right. So pulse. There. So I need some kind of blast that goes through there. What does this look like? Looks like garbage. What does this look like? That is decent. Pull this out. Oh, and it goes just about the right distance too. Let's see how it looks. We're going to attach you over onto the big guy on his railgun socket. And that is called charge. And we're going to activate it real quick just so I can make sure I've got the right one and see which way it's facing. All right. I need to face it to here. So we're going to go 90 degrees that way. Let's see where it goes. That was not anywhere near enough. Actually kind of looks like garbage. What pack is that from? Infinity Blade. Some of them are better than others. It might be all right. All right. It's always going up. It's oriented to up always, so that is not going to be useful. All right, I need. Let's see if energy comes up with anything. God, my neck is killing me. No, I don't want to because I use that one for Anna all of the time. Where did you go? Are you still compiling shaders? You are. That one's not going to be any good. Let's see if wave comes up. So we need to flip it 180. How is that going to look? Does that look different from the other side? A little bit. I wonder if I can rotate it. Like up by 90. Let's see how it looks. Let's go another 90. Alright. Let's pull that out of there. Let's add it to the sequencer. Not entirely sold on it yet, but it might be a decent placeholder until I can find something else. We're going to rename that to AHP Shockwave. Toss that up in here. Go away, muzzle flash, don't need you. Shockwave. Activate, put it there. Alright, let's see how it looks. Lights, camera, action. Alright, get him, Arnold. It's not terrible. Not great. Oh, Jesus. It doesn't end. I'm not in love with it, but I'll see what else I can find. It's a good enough placeholder for right now. All right. I did the one thing I wanted to do for tonight, which was add something to cinematic. And although it is not as glorious as I would have liked, it is what it is. And I am tired as all get out. I'm ready to fall over. See if I can catch a good 6 hours and get back up. We'll save this out. I think everything is good to go. Foliage, new game starts, save selected. Oh, shoot. Were those not checked? God, I'm tired. Checkout selected. Okay, they were good. They were checked. Good, good, good. Alrighty, cats and kittens. To anybody who ever watches this after, which is no one. Nobody. I'll be streaming again soon, but thank you to anybody that did come out. It was a great time. Feels good. The Felicia Day lead is an excellent one to start down, even if it goes nowhere. It's good to talk about these things. With that, I will wish you a fond good night.